Hey guys, welcome back. As you can probably tell, we're in the kitchen again. We wanted to share this recipe we found online for homemade ice cream. I don't know if I want to go so far to say it's a healthy version, but maybe. It uses like a substitute.
Keto-friendly.
Yeah, instead of actual sugars. So anyways, we're gonna make this first time we've ever done it, so we'll see how this turns out. So this recipe is gonna have us put a little mixture together in the saucepan. We've already got it going on medium heat. We're gonna put that amount of butter in there and melt it, so kind of move it around in the pan. I think it's supposed to be 3 tablespoons. That one's actually closer to 4, but it's all we have left of that open pack, so I thought we should just use it all. As Marzz lets that kind of melt, it'll melt down and just kind of be the kind of like a base coat for us. The next thing we're going to do is put 2 cups of heavy cream into the mixture. Now, these are 2 cups of whipping cream. Yeah, I've never made homemade ice cream like this before. All the recipes I have are much different. You kind of just put it all in like the container.
And you can let the machine do its work.
Yeah. And then 1/3 of a teaspoon, or is it a teaspoon or a tablespoon? I forget. I already put it out there, so whatever that is right there. We're going to use the sweetener.
This is a cup.
Oh, 1/3 cup then.
1/3 cup of allulose. This allulose, it's like a sugar substitute. It's a 0-calorie sweetener. 1/3 cup. Kind of looks like granulated sugar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it looks granulated.
It doesn't smell sweet. It's interesting.
Kind of give it a little stir, and then once it starts to boil, we're gonna reduce the heat and we're gonna let this simmer anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. So it's actually quite a while.
And right now it's on medium.
Reduce the simmer, and then it'll thicken up, and then we'll transfer it into a large bowl, and we want to let it get to room temperature, and that's when we put the vanilla extract in there.
Okay.
And then from there we put it into the machine.
Want some ice cream?
You hungry? And now it's really going. And it's only been on medium for about 3 minutes. It didn't take too long. Yeah, we'll give it a little stir. I think at this point it's okay for us to put it down to low, so just onto a simmer.
Look, there. I get scared and I'll like cut my finger.
Yeah, when you get close to the end.
This is what it's looking like.
Yeah, that's pretty
and
good.
then you see like it cores it too, so you don't get the middle.
Yeah.
And you can do that to pretty much any vegetable.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You want some, Miracle? Yeah. Some zucchini spaghetti? So happy. Alright, it's been about 45 minutes now. Not sure how thick it's gotten, but we're gonna transfer it anyway. Put it into this large bowl, and then we're gonna add the vanilla with it. And then so we're gonna put 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract in there, and then we're gonna let that go to room temperature. Alright, now we'll just let that sit for a few minutes while it gets to room temperature, and then we will add the last cup of cream to it, and then we'll get the ice cream maker out and start that process. What are you up to now, Mark?
I'm making a 1-minute 2-ingredient no yeast donuts, and they're supposed to be sugar free. The only sugar you will add is a topping that you want, so you can do like granulated sugar or your sugar substitute and cover the little donut. I'm on a keto blog on Instagram, and it looked interesting. It looks very easy. All it is self-raising flour, and if you don't have self-raising flour, she provides the recipe because it doesn't have any yeast in it. So it's 1 cup of plain flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Because the oil will activate the baking powder and make the little donuts float to the top of the oil to cook. and plain yogurt. You need 6.5 ounces plus 1/2 tablespoon. 1 cup of the flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. If you don't have a sifter, you can use a little whisk just to mix all of the ingredients in the flour. This is just plain non-fat yogurt. And then to mix this spatula, it's gonna get real sticky. It's starting to feel like when you knead dough. And in the recipe, it says that the dough's gonna get very sticky. Normally when you make bread or like pizza bread, you put more flour so that it doesn't stick to you while you knead it. Well, this one you're not gonna need because it doesn't need to activate the yeast. It has none. So you just have to make sure you mix it, and then you're gonna put it in a piping bag or a Ziploc bag and put it straight into your oil. Now, it needs to reach 350 degrees. I'm gonna use I don't have a piping bag, so I'm gonna attempt it with the Ziploc bag. So I'm using the glass to hold the bag in place, and I'm putting one corner of the bag down. It's not cut yet, you'll cut it afterwards. And then you take your mixture. So sticky. Try to get it all in the bag. Just twist the bag so that you can hold it, because you're gonna be squeezing and cutting. Once you cut the tip, you want to cut it pretty decent amount because you want a big like lump to fall into the oil, and then you cut the dough. It might stick to the scissors, so you want to cut it and kind of dip it a little bit in the oil so it takes it off your scissors.
So we're gonna try to help expedite our ice cream mixture because it's still pretty hot. And we're gonna put it in another bowl now that's straight from the cupboard, so hopefully this will help it cool down. Cooling rack for like cookies or something. We're gonna use this for our station. If we end up glazing the donuts, we use this.
I think I'm gonna do the glazed one. I do have melted milk chocolate, or the chocolate melts. So I might do like a vanilla and then a chocolate one.
We have cocoa powder too.
Oh, we do.
It's just in the thing, I think.
But you do the regular glaze and you just add cocoa powder to the regular glaze to make it chocolatey donuts. I'm not a huge fan of like powdered donuts or granulated sugar donuts. Powdered donuts I like. 350. 350. I'm gonna cut my tip. Don't do that. Let's start with that amount, just to see what happens. They're sticking to the bottom. You want them to bubble. I think I need to make it a little more batter. And this is supposed to be a recipe that makes enough donut holes for 2 people to have as a dessert. To sizzle up, get nice and golden. These 2 are good. Yeah, think these were better sizes. These aren't perfect little dollops, but I'm still gonna eat them. Donuts, making lots of donuts. Ta-da! That's making donuts.
That's pretty good.
Well, let's see what it looks like on here. This one's a pretty good, like, circle. Nice and fluffy.
Let's try this little donut hole Marzz just made.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But you don't even need anything with it.
Interesting with only 2 ingredients.
Could do like just plain donuts like this, and then on the side have like Nutella, like warmed up Nutella, so you can dip it. That would be so good. Peanut butter would be another one that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's the yogurt that gives you that nice little taste. Now we're gonna make the glaze. So while they're cooling a little bit and reducing the oil from this mat, we're gonna mix in all the glaze. I use my Nate's lightsaber spatula spoon thing. Fun. So we're going to need to put 2 cups of powdered sugar. Alright, so that's 1. And it always asks for 2 cups because the leftovers is what you'll make for the chocolate glaze. So we're gonna do vanilla and then we're gonna do a chocolate.
It's nice with like the basic ingredients for this stuff. You should probably have most of the stuff already at home in your pantry, so it's not a whole lot to it, which is nice.
That's 2/3 stick of butter. It's supposed to be 3 to 4 tablespoons of milk. So let's do, depends on how thin you like it. Well, let's do 4 because we do want it kind of thin. We're using a Fairlife. And it's lactose free, and it's a protein milk too. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So let's mix this, and then we'll add our butter into it.
Just hanging out? Say hi to everyone? Yeah. Say hi to everyone? Yeah. Oh.
That's what you want to see. You want to see some thickness. Still going to use the same spatula we were using. So start off with the smaller ones. And into the mixture. And you want to toss them around so they get completely coated. Then you want to shake it off, and plop them down. Chocolatey goodness. You're supposed to let them dry so the glaze sticks to the donuts, kind of like the Krispy Kreme donut holes. And you can see the vanilla ones are already doing that. They're like crystallizing a little. Just a little good.
Alright, so our donut holes are finished, and now we're turning our attention back to our ice cream recipe. We're adding an additional cup of heavy whipping cream. And now the mixture is cooled to a room temperature, and the milk is cold from the fridge. So I'm gonna
add chocolate chip.
Yeah, we'll probably add that as we put it into the machine. So we're gonna, instead of just straight vanilla ice cream, we're gonna add some chocolate chips to it.
And a semi-sweet mini chip.
So I'm gonna put the camera down for a quick second and grab the machine. So we'll be using our brand new state-of-the-art wiring ice cream maker. There's the book. Came with it. Yeah, so this used to be my mom's. It is pretty old. I was trying to find the year on this, but so I've already washed everything. Yeah, the lid's broken. It's been broken for many, many years. It's been this way for a long time, so it's not a big deal. It's just kind of there so like stuff doesn't fall into it. It doesn't do much else than that. There's no on-off switch to this. You just plug it in and it starts going. So what we're gonna do in advance is pour our mixture into the can. So we're just gonna pour that into the can. Scrape out the remainder. And so what this does though is, you know, basically it's going to keep churning it and mixing it for you so you don't have to manually do it. That's what the ice cream maker does. It's also going to cool it down and start to freeze it, but your actual freezer is on your fridge is what's going to really seal the deal. What we do here is there's a little ball kind of at the bottom of this, and you just sort of make sure that it's in that. I think it's in there. Feels like it's in there. And then we'll put that into the canister and it just fits in there like so. Alright, and then I believe this goes on next.
Wait, do we put the chocolate chips?
Oh yeah, sorry. So however many chocolate chips we're going to use, we'll put it in now. This would also go, you can make fruit, you know, ice cream mixtures with sliced strawberries or other things. So this is the point you'd want to do that. So then the lid goes on, and then this thing goes on, and then locks into place. And then the next part, so it's going to get a little bit loud. We are going to turn this on. It's going to start churning this. We have a bag of store-bought ice. We're going to put a couple-inch layer all the way around the inside of this. And then we're going to cover it with some salt. And then we're going to add another layer, and we're going to do that all the way until it gets to the very top. Right? So I'm going to plug it in now, and again, I apologize. It's going to start getting loud. Listen to that baby purr. So yeah, that was a really good first layer. I'm just going to pour some salt. That'll help lower the temperature of the ice. More salt. You just kind of keep repeating this process till it's full. Some of this ice might start to melt. It's fine. You can fill it back up as it melts. So that should be real good. And it'll just keep running for about 20 minutes or so, maybe more, and it'll just get it to a nice thick cream texture. We'll take it out of here and put it in the freezer to warm up. So we're gonna try Marz's donut holes. Hey Phoebes. Hey Mimis. Alright, you gonna try a chocolate one or a regular one?
Chocolate, of course.
Okay, here, you grab one. I'll grab one.
And then, like, it got real chocolatey.
Yeah, and it's still nice and soft and squishy. You guys can see that.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. It's
It tastes like cake donuts.
Maybe. Yeah. You can try a regular one. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Although they taste a little similar. Maybe next time we'll use more chocolate powder. But good. Alright, well I say that was a success. We'll let you know how our ice cream is here shortly, and it's actually, with all that stuff we've been doing, it's about dinner time.
We'll see you when the ice cream's ready.
Yeah, we'll see you guys a little bit later. We'll probably show you dinner once it's cooked and ready. It's nothing too fancy, just some ground beef and zucchini noodles and marinara sauce. So we'll see you guys here in just a second. Sorry for the noise again. The ice cream maker is still churning, but we got this sourdough bread. I'm gonna cut it in half and then lengthwise, and we're gonna make some garlic bread out of it. Bread, buttered and seasoned. I'm gonna put it on the tray with the parchment. Our beef is starting to go. We're gonna just use this marinara sauce here, Signature Select brand. A little bit of this Italian herb seasoning. Drain the meat once it's done. Mix the sauce in. Okay, here Marzz has cut up the zucchini noodles for us that she made earlier. Now, you don't boil these. We're going to put another saucepan on and get a little heat going with that and warm those up. So I'll start that right now. So I got our zucchini noodles here. Got some butter melting in there. Like I said, we're just going to kind of heat these up. Sort of saute them a little bit. Be good and kind of saucy here. We've plated our spaghetti. I've cut up the French bread. Look at our final plating. The zucchini noodles and the meat sauce, marinara, and our French bread.
It looks good.
Alright. Alright. There is our ice cream. It's actually the next day. Pretty cold. Just came out of the freezer, but you can kind of see it there. Let's see. Not sure how to... Ooh. Alright, so it kind of just broke off. You guys can see through the focus here. It sort of broke off, just a chunk. Digging into this, it is pretty firm. I don't know, the consistency, it feels not quite like the space ice cream, but something weird like that. It's not super like moist. So you guys just watched me scoop it out, and the consistency feels a little weird. So let's give it a try. The only thing we didn't put in that was a recommended ingredient was MCT oil. We've never used it, and we don't have any, so it's the only thing not in here. So let's see. Yeah, it's like not creamy, right? Like
And it's not sweet.
it's almost like I said, like this, almost like the space ice cream in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, and so you know how you took a bite of like cotton candy and it dissolves in your mouth? This is like that too. I don't hate it. It's cold. It definitely tastes like vanilla. We probably should have put more chips in here, but we didn't know how much to put. It is a little like hard. You guys can see me kind of trying to push through it, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about.
But it really is like those frozen ice creams. Like this freeze-dried one.
Yeah, I mean, when I was scooping it, I kind of mentioned that, and then I was like, no, it's probably not like that. But yeah, now that I'm eating it,
like,
because I enjoy those little space ice cream, those little astronaut things.
It's not melting. It's
No.
not melting in the cup. And then when you're eating it, like it takes a minute for it to start to dissolve. But it has that like kind of a freeze-dried taste.
I think mixed feelings on it.
I don't hate it, but it's not what you're used to.
Now, keep in mind the reason we did this is because it's supposed to be slightly healthier for us than just normal ice cream with a ton of sugar. Remember, we used the sugar substitute, and then it was just heavy cream. That's basically all that's in here. Anyways, we're gonna finish eating this. Give it a try, you guys. I'll put the recipe down below in the description, and see what you guys think. We'll put the recipe for the donut holes that we made too. So try them out. We enjoyed those. We did eat those last night. Sorry we forgot to film it, but yeah, they were pretty delicious and they were gone pretty quick. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.